What's up, guys? Shadow Steel here. Welcome back to the Wonders of Sodor. I don't expect this to be a long-running series, but I do want to point out that the last couple of episodes, I actually was very surprised that the first episode got 300 views as of this recording, and then the second episode just dropped off, mainly because of copyright issues, but it's neither here nor there. I was expecting that to begin with. In fact, I was actually expecting this not to be a big series to begin with. But recently, the reason I'm coming back to this today is because the Talaclin Railway, a railroad that has a very close tie to the Railway series, which is what Thomas is based off of, did a video in the game. Their YouTube channel, I'll link this in the description down below and in a card on the corner here. They actually posted a video doing the speed record thing with Gordon, which has been a trend with this game so far. Now, I'm not going to do that today, but I do want to give a huge shout out to the Talaclin Railway, because they've been heavily involved with this game from the very beginning, and I actually I highly respect them for doing that, kind of stepping outside of their channel's boundaries to do that. So it's kind of cool. But nonetheless, well, maybe we'll do a speed test eventually. I want to see what the ultimate goal is with that. Because I'm not going to do the personal world record, but I'm going to do like a sort of like personal best type situation with that. But today we're going to be doing another story, and it's going to be from the old TV series. We're going to be doing Leaves, because I have not seen a single person play this particular... Well, actually, I've not seen very much footage of this one. I believe this one is a particular story that I actually only recently learned about, called The Trouble with Mud. Let's start here. Confusion and delay? That's funny. The top of my hat says, avoid confusion and delay. Yeah, we'll try.
Leaves. One morning, two men were cleaning Gordon after he had acted rather foolishly and ended up rolling off the turntable and into a muddy ditch. Mind my eyes, grumbled Gordon. Have you ever seen so much mud? Said one of the cleaners. No, I haven't, said the other. You ought to be ashamed, Gordon, letting yourself get so dirty. But, thought Gordon, I don't have time to worry about my appearance like some engines do. The hosing and scrubbing suddenly stopped. Gordon opened his eyes, but quickly closed them again when he saw who was standing in front of him. Wake up, Gordon, said Sir Topham Hatt, and listen to me. Given your recent behaviour, I've decided that you will pull no more coaches until you prove to me that you can be a really useful engine. Perhaps pulling trucks for a while will teach you a lesson. Yes, sir, said Gordon quietly. So Gordon had to spend his time pulling and pushing trucks.
Oh boy. Alright, next scene. So it's a combination of multiple stories, eh? Interesting. As I mentioned, the Gordon takes a dip.
Goods trains, he muttered. Oh, the shame of it. And he bumped the trucks again. Oh, cried the trucks as he shunted them around the yard. James was standing nearby watching him.
Standing or sitting?
Trucks will be trucks, he said. They won't with me, grunted Gordon. I'll teach them. They tried to push me down the hill this morning, he explained. It's slippery there, so you'll probably need help. I don't need help on hills, huffed James. Gordon laughed and headed off to get ready for his next goods train. Come on, James, said his driver. It's almost time for the express. And with that, James puffed away to collect his waiting coaches.
All right. So, yeah, it is a combination of two different stories by the looks of it.
The guard soon blew his whistle and James puffed away. Come on, he puffed to the coaches.
Oh, we can't move. I don't have controls. Am I not... The fuck? What's going on? Where? What? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, we were a little delayed there because I had the... I don't know how that occurred, but we did. I had the menu HUD turned off for some reason. I don't know how that happened. What in the world is going on out there? There's Gordon. Alright, let's go. Open her up. Get the red coaches. Alright, so we have to go to Wellsworth. Oh. There's Tiger Moth again. I think that's supposed to be Tiger Moth. So they combined a couple stories with this particular DLC. First story they mentioned was Gordon Takes a Dip, which is the one where he falls into the ditch. That's what they reference in the beginning of the story. They also combine it with The Trouble with Mud, which is where Gordon is quite... Oh! That was a sudden transition. My God, could you... Wow. Not very smooth there, Dovetail. Oh, well. Maybe that's the reason why they did it.
The train was soon running nicely, and James began to feel confident.
Are you sure about that?
Slippery hills indeed. I don't need help, he puffed.
Yeah, we've got a ways to go before we have to get to Wellsworth. But yeah, they combine The Trouble with Mud, Gordon Takes a Dip, and a few other little stories here and there. And I'm actually pretty impressed with it so far. Now, granted, the weather transition was a little weird that we just had there, but I can't say anything. Now 5 miles to go. 3 miles to go, actually. Alright, turn it off. Now, the weather transition could have been better. I will say that. And I think this is a constant issue here. Because I think on Train Sim World there was a recent DLC that released that had a similar issue. The New York to Stanford line of NEC. Northeast Corridor route that released recently, they had a scenario that did the same thing. Which is kind of sad, but I think it's mostly because of how the game works, how the game engine works with transitions. So, that's a light rain. Crosby. The sunshine is actually interesting too. I do like the lighting. I'll try and get a thumbnail shot soon. The washdown. So this is where the trouble with mud actually has a little story beat there, which is kind of nice to see. Oh, station. Oh, we got to clear. Whoop, that's Emily. Alright, gotta slow down here for this crossover. So Emily ran through. That's cool. I think that's the first time we've seen the locomotive pass by on our train. There's another red block coming up here. I need to slow down for this 20 coming up. I'm not exactly ideal with this. Wellsworth platform 2, so we're crossing over to the other track. There's the weather again. Weather's rolled in. How far is that signal? About 3. We could have sped up a little bit. We don't need to be going 90, but we do need to be going at a certain speed here. Okay, there's about 2,000 feet from the signal here. Not that button. There we go. So we're coming up to Gordon's Hill here. Alright, shut her off. Signal block. So that's... I've mentioned this a few times before, but these signals have a tendency to change just right as you get to them, which is interesting. We should see the signal change right as we get to close up. Not that far. Should see the signal drop soon. We're on the line to get through. Yep, see? There it goes. There's our signal there. It does help, though, I will admit, to have that set up correctly like that. Because it allows us to slow down for the 20-mile-an-hour speed limit here. Oops, I'm on the wrong track. I don't know. Or not the wrong track, I'm just on the wrong position here. I'll figure out where I'm going. Run a little late, but that's fine. It's weather. Blame the weather. As one would say, the thing that scared the British happened. Which honestly, with these, how light these locomotives are and how small they are compared to American locomotives, not surprised that they tend to have issues on hills with leaves. But then again, even the biggest locomotives in the United States have problems with leaves. There we go. Got it. Open the doors.
James soon arrived at the next station. He was feeling very pleased with himself, but he kept thinking about what Gordon had said. I'll show Gordon who needs help on hills, he said to himself.
Okay. Did I not need to unlock the doors? Oh, here we go.
But soon, James reached the bottom of the hill. Strong winds from the sea made the hill hard to climb. Leaves fallen from the nearby trees were now covering the rails, and the recent rainfall meant that they were too heavy to be blown away by the wind. I'll do it, he puffed.
I must do it.
But his wheels slipped on the leaves. I must do it, he panted.
Uh-oh.
But try as he might, his wheels kept on slipping, and he couldn't pull the train at all. Help! Help! Cried James. His wheels were turning forwards, but the heavy coaches pulled him backwards. And soon the whole train started slipping down the hill. James's driver applied the brakes, then going carefully reversed the train back down the hill, and they headed back to the station. When they arrived, they found Gordon waiting, who had seen everything. I thought you said you could climb hills, he chuckled. James didn't answer. He had no steam left to say anything. Ah, well, we live and learn, said Gordon. Never mind, little James. I'm going to push from behind. Whistle when you're ready.
Okay. There we go. So... what now? Stop at location. Oh, behind us. Okay. Alright. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. This is the first time I've played this scenario, so... Alright, we're going to the station. Alright. Not that fast, sir. Alright, back around. We need to get past the signal here so we can clear the lock. It's definitely... the story itself is very interesting in how it's done. Right there. Should be good. And set the signal. Or set the switch there. We should wait for it to clear. Wait a moment. Alright. Oh, okay. The signal drops for us. Okay, cool. Come along. Come along, come along. I'll make sure we don't fly off the rail there. Got another stop signal coming up here. That's fine. I do like this so far. It's not too bad. Ah! Signal. Slow down. So I haven't guessed already. I've been slowly playing all of the stories that have appeared in the TV series. So... got it. We're good. We blew the whistle.
Oh, James. So am I.
Alright, let's go.
Pull hard.
We'll try.
We'll do it.
Off, James.
Okay, there we go. Alright. Ready to go. Oh, right. I think Gordon's brakes are still stuck on. Hang on. We gotta go over here and release the brakes. Oh, here it is. Well, this is a problem. Ah! Hang on. I think because Gordon... yeah, I think it's because, for some strange reason, you can't have... you can't... so Gordon's controls are a little sticky for some weird reason, because they just, like, they don't want to move. I'm gonna go... ah! frick. Get the cab. Yep, Gordon's brakes are stuck on. So we need to, yep, brakes set to 100, brakes release. There we go. There we go. Close the door? Nope, I guess not. Gotta release the brakes, and then we're gonna have to go between, I guess, between the two locomotives? I don't know how double-heading works yet. Alright, we're back in. Get the cab, thank you. Off we go! Oh, it is work. I hear him chuffing. Okay, he's good. Oh, we gotta slow down. That's a 15. I didn't realize that was a 15 there. Alright, we're good. We're good. We'll try and get a good shot of the two as we roll by over Gordon's Hill. I guess? I'm not sure, really. Not sure how double-heading works in this game just yet. I don't know if it's... Okay, we're good. Let's go. There should be a S-bend somewhere up here. Alright, come on. Let's move. Is my wheel slipping? There's those leaves again. Well, that's funny. Hang on. What we're gonna do here? Okay, this is perfect. Oh wait, hang on. There you go. We have to get the rear shot, honestly. There we go. Whoopsie. Crap. I'm trying to get a screenshot here, so it will be a little bit here. Okay, there you go. View. There it is. This is the one. Ah. Funny should do it. Oh, wait. Ah! Trying to get a good angle of these two locomotives in the same shot here is actually kind of tricky. There we are. That might work. No, I want to try something different. God, they actually modeled that. That's interesting. The field of view is kind of wonky. That might work. I'll get it. I got it. For now. Try that one. I'll try another angle like this again. Ah, tree! I'll try to get a couple screenshots here. I might cut this out just so we can actually get more gameplay footage of it. So. And here's James slowing down on the hill. It's still set. Good. Leaves. The fact that the actual modeled leave assets is actually kind of nice. Get a little closer so we can... Ah! Damn it. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to trim this part out, so... There we go. We got it. We got a couple shots. Alright, objective complete.
Clouds of smoke and steam towered from the snorting engines as they struggled up the hill. We can do it, puffed James. We will do it, puffed Gordon. finally, the two engines reached the top.
We've done it! We've done it!
They puffed. The two weary engines were puffed out, but they continued onwards to the next station.
Alright, we gotta slow down for the next station. We're coming up to, what was it again? Maron. This is the other end of Gordon's Hill. Alright, well, that was fun. A 26-minute scenario. That's the longest one so far. I think, right? Yeah, I think this has been the longest recording we've had so far in this game. We gotta slow down for the station up here because we have a red signal coming up here. And I think we have a crossover point there too to deal with, so. And we just came off of Gordon's Hill. And that's the bottom. We're at the bottom of the hill now. Slow down, slow down, slow down. River. This is the viaduct right here. The viaduct is not far from Gordon's Hill, eh? It's like right across from Gordon's Hill? That makes sense. Is the signal just right there? Yeah, it is right there. Okay, the hell was that noise? I heard just leaves, or like something crunching over there. I don't know what it was. Slow down! Slow down! Boy! Boy, I say slow down. Oh yeah, this is it. We don't even need to transfer. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, come on. Easy, 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 easy! I still feel like they should add down the line eventually as a story. Since it was the 8th, I mean, granted they did do the Gordon takes a dip in this one, so it's actually kind of but it is promising. All right, we're good there.
Wasn't long before they arrived. Thank you, Gordon, whistled James. Gordon whistled goodbye and watched James puff away. Slowly, he trundled back to his waiting machines.
Alright, there we go. We're done with that one. How long did that record for? 28 minutes. A lot of that was just me futzing around with the photo mode, so what's the other one? Oh, Jack Frost. Funny. I might save that one later, honestly, but that's the other James-centric scenario. And this was another one that was done in the TV series, so I'll have to do that later. But with that said, we are a little. It's not too bad. 28 minutes. I want to keep these episodes short. All right. Well, let's go back to the main menu and see what we can do. There's Jack Frost over there. I want to, like I said, I want to do all the TV-based scenario, like the TV episodes and everything done first. And it looks like Jack Frost might be the last one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think Jack Frost is the last one. Unless Trucks is unless Gordon and the Troublesome Trucks is one. We'll have to see. So, maybe next time we'll take a look at some of these other scenarios. So, like and comment down below, subscribe if you guys want more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.